Last weekend, I watched 10 hours of Million Dollar Matchmaker. The host, Patty Stanger, if you haven't seen that show. The show was actually renamed to Million Dollar Matchmaker. But anyways, after 10 hours, and you might be thinking, Silver Bachelor, man, come on, why would you watch 10 hours of that crap? Well, I learned 5 brutal truths, and that's what I wanted to share with you today. I've seen that show many times, but specifically the 5 brutal truths of dating women and especially successful women. All right, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kane. I'm the Silver Bachelor. This channel is 100% dedicated to dating advice for older guys and the women that want to understand them. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit the subscribe button and the notification button because I'm dropping videos every week. But first, I am officially launching a new clothing line called Silver is Sexy. That's right. Silver is Sexy is going to be my new brand of clothing. I'm starting off with a dope cowboy hat, a 100X beaver felt cowboy hat with a hidden pocket, and a super awesome cafe racer inspired motorcycle jacket. I don't have the products right here today, but I wanted to share that with you. I'm also going to include a track jacket, t-shirt, tank top, etc. A few pieces, actually 6 pieces in total. You can find the link in the description to take a look at some photos that I do have right now of the 2 specific products. And also, I'm giving away 20% off of any of my products for the first 100 customers. And you can also find that coupon code. It's VIP 100, and I'll include that in a link in the description. But let's get into this video. So, all right, I watched 10 hours of Million Dollar Matchmaker, and pretty much every time she tries to match up people, it's a damn train wreck. And specifically, what I was looking for was the women that are her customers. So in case you don't know, a couple facts first before I get into these 5 points. First of all, to be part of her program, to her matchmaking program, her initial package is at least $35,000. And I'm like, what dumbass would pay $35,000 for a matchmaker? I mean, that's a lot of sugar babes. That's a lot of memberships on dating apps. Okay, just to say a couple things on that. Also, Patty has never been married herself, and yet she's the relationship expert, okay? Actually, another fact, she's, at the time of recording this video, I believe she's 56, and she's only been engaged once. Yeah, relationship expert. Anyways, let's dive into this video on the 5 brutal truths of dating women, and most importantly, specifically the successful women, her clients that were paying her the 35 grand to hook her up with some men. Okay, number 1 is don't believe anything a woman says in terms of what she's looking for in a guy. Because after 10 hours, they all said the damn same thing. They all said, I'm looking for a guy who's honest. I'm looking for a guy who's faithful. I'm looking for a guy who's a family man. I'm looking for a guy who's tall, dark, and handsome. The list goes on, and it's the same damn list that every single woman wants. But in reality, that's not actually what they choose, okay? So there's a huge difference, and you guys probably know this, but maybe I'm repeating myself. There's a huge difference between somebody saying this is what they want versus what they actually need. Or the flip, they say, oh, I need this, but they actually want this other thing. Basically, don't believe anything a woman says because she's going to go with the thing that she actually didn't even list, that what she's actually looking for. Number 2, an average woman believes they deserve a top-tier man. Let me repeat that. The average woman thinks she deserves a top-tier man. All right? And there's a huge difference between expectation and reality. And this is a massive problem on dating apps. And sometimes women's egos get inflated because the average woman on a dating app, average, will get 50 to 100 likes per day on a dating app, doesn't matter. And a firefighter in comparison will get maybe 5 likes per day. And I know this because I've met and asked many women and men randomly at bars this same question. How many likes a day do you get on a dating app? And those are the numbers. So here's the thing in terms of average. You know, Michelle Obama, okay? Michelle Obama on her best day, is a 4 out of 5. You know why I say that? And she kind of looks like a man. And I know some of you watching this might be offended by what I'm saying, but check this out. The beauty standards globally of what makes a woman attractive, okay? If you just go and search this, what are the five or 10 things that make a woman attractive globally, okay? And it's not Michelle Obama's features. Michelle Obama has very masculine features. She has, a more square jaw. She has big eyebrow right here, above her eyes. She has a big nose. Her lips are not plush like the beauty standards suggest that's what is attractive. She's not young looking, okay? She doesn't look fertile, all these things. So at best, on her best day, she's a 4 out of 10 based on global beauty standards. But yet, there was a woman on the show, okay? And she looked like a younger version of Michelle Obama. Check this out. She's on this date with this guy that Patty matched her up with. This guy was a good-looking guy. He was tall. He had a good job, not super successful. And yet the woman thought that she was like, you know what? I'm not feeling the connection with this guy, and I'm not attracted to this guy. And I'm watching the show as an outsider, and I'm thinking, this guy's a pretty damn good catch. He was in shape, like I said. Well, he was in shape, tall, good-looking, good job. He was really into her, actually, and I was shocked. But this is an example of how even average-looking women think and that they deserve top-tier guys, and yet the same women complain that the guys they're meeting just see them as basically a sex toy, cheat on them, and all these things. Because here's the reality, ladies. If you are going for a top-tier guy, that top-tier guy has options. Yeah, he has more options than most men because he's the top tier. When I say top tier, I'm talking height, I'm talking age, I'm talking the way he looks physically, and I'm also talking job or income. And if that guy is top tier, he's not going for average women. And if he is going for the average woman, she's a side chick and he's just banging her. He's not interested in a relationship because you know why? He's going after the top tier women. So average women consistently think that they deserve and their standards that they should go for top tier guys. And you know what? Then don't complain when the guy is just not really into you because he's not going for you typically. All right. So that's number 2. Number 3, when women chase perfect 10s, the problems follow. And so many of these women, have all these problems in their relationships. And typically it's because they've gone for either the bad boy or the guy that they were the most attracted to. And that guy just ends up cheating or just dropping them because they're not his top choice, okay? There's something I want to make sure you guys are familiar with or aware of, and that's called the Fraser-Allen theory. Let me repeat that. The Fraser-Allen theory. And the theory goes like this. The one that you're into isn't into you. And the one that she's into isn't into her. And this is the vicious cycle of dating. And let me repeat that. The one that you're into is typically not into you, and the one that she's into isn't into her, okay? So that's the Fraser-Allen theory, and that's the major problem in dating is because usually one person's into the other more than the other, all right? I know it sounds like a tongue twister, and it kind of is, but that's the reality of dating. All right, number 4, looks don't guarantee happiness in dating, all right? And so this is the lesson to you guys, okay? Do not always go for the most attractive woman in the group or in your dating pool or in your selection of options or on your roster. You should go for the one that likes you the most, that gives you the most attention. Maybe she's not a 10 out of 10. Maybe she's only a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. I don't know what type of people or women you go after. But you want to go for the one that is showing what I call burning desire, the one that is into you, okay? And you should be thinking, wait a minute, I need to be into the girl that isn't necessarily the prettiest, but makes me feel the best, because that is what's going to make the relationship sustainable and last long. Looks only go so far, but if she treats you like shit, who cares how pretty she is? Same with you ladies watching this. Who cares how good looking he is? If he treats you like shit, go for the guy that shows you the most attention and treats you the best. All right. And number 5 is kind of a segue from the last point I mentioned, is just adding to this point about burning desire. Okay. Is you go for the one that likes you the most, gives you the most attention. So here's an example. Let's say you're at a party, networking function, doesn't matter what it is, and it's an organic thing, and there's a group of women that are around, and yes, some of them are prettier. Well, the one that is not leaving your side, the one that's actually talking to you, asking you questions, the one that texts you back so quick when you text her, the one that communicates, she doesn't give you 2-word text responses. You ask her if she wants to go out on Friday, and boom, she's willing to go out on Friday, Saturday, doesn't matter. That's the one you need to zero in on, because that's the one that's you're going to be the happiest with long term, because it's not always about looks, and especially not always about sex. But looks and sex kind of go hand in hand. I mean, the sex can be good, but I mean, if you're constantly chasing the looks and super great sex, that's going to probably come at a cost, because back to my Fraser Allen theory as an example, that she might ultimately not really be into you. And then you're going to find yourself chasing her, and you never want to be doing the chasing. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.